Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, beautiful individual out there. Today, I would like to speak a little about every single human being is a unique tone. Of course, this is just one of the aspects of us, but every single one of us is unique. So if you observe another human being and see their movements and see their facial expressions, and also only if you close your eyes and listen to their voice, you will seriously pick up on a whole lot of things based on that human being. Of course, the human being can speak in monotone sound so that you can barely pick up anything. Or that person can also be so disconnected from their inner center that they don't have a personality in the first place. They do exist, them too. We are not here to focus on these beings. We are here to focus on you and on me and on the tone. You as a unique human being is special. Every single one is special. And when everyone is special, as I said earlier, everyone is special. The more we get to even out everyone's wisdom and knowledge, instead of hoarding secrets so that you can hold power over others, so that you can feel special, so that you can feel better than others, that has made us get in the dilemma we are today. By having followers and tagalongs and sleepyheads that is dragged everywhere by agendas of others, is because that there is not enough transparency or knowledge about what is happening. By you awaken yourself to your inner individual tone, what you value, what you stand for, what you love, what you truly wish to see in this world, you can start to see the disparity, the imbalance in this world, and you start to build inner faculties for yourself that can counteract these forces and feelings within you. Every single individual human being has to do this for themselves. When every single one has become individual and at the same time can understand another individual without judging them because they're different, which is also kind of a bonkers thing to do because we are all different. And the more we try to conform, the more we push ourselves, we try to be a fish climbing a tree. Don't be that fish. I have had enough of being a fish climbing a tree. And by grabbing a hold onto my own unique being, and by you doing the same, we can meet in the middle and be human beings. With all our flaws, with all our strengths, with all our everything. Whatever we might come to different forms of talk and communications about, to explore, experience, to truly dabble into and let ourselves go in different kinds of explorations of the spirit. I don't experience many of these human beings, but they do happen, and when I experience it, it is the most joyful, sublime thing that happens. Because we can let ourselves loose from ourselves in a way, but in love. It is not we let ourselves rip on something that we do not like. We truly wish to upbuild and uphold a certain balancing out of good ways of doing things. Everyone can complain, but if we do not put in the work to change the situation for yourself, your inner being, there will be nothing done about it. As I said, when you grab a hold of yourself being an example for others, cultivating, deepening yourself, becoming more acquainted with warmth and love, becoming more acquainted with truly grabbing a hold of this life and participating in it, not being afraid to grab the day. That is where you can flourish out and you bring in an influx of healing powers. Because you hear from what I'm saying here, these are not evil powers. These are truly uplifting, understanding, caring beings. And by following along with these beautiful, morally inclined and loving, caring forms of action and emotions and thoughts, You get to deepen yourself. You get to truly become a participant, a steady, inclusive thing in this beautiful, beautiful world. That is healing. By saying this and that and that and that and that and that and that is wrong, we must do something about it. Well, start by yourself. Are you waiting for someone else to grab a hold of it so you can follow along? Are you waiting for the future to happen so that it can happen? Start by yourself. Be that change you want to see. Become that individual, but also an inclusive to all of mankind human being. We are meant to grow into the spiritual again. We are not being given these things anymore. Before we were given these more or less sublime wisdoms that we could live by and follow along with. You see that in the scriptures, you see that in the mythologies, you see that in, well, all the civilizations before us. They had a form of sublimity to them that can't be compared today. And still we do seriously think that we are the best of the best we can be of human being. We are definitely the most destructive of all the civilizations before us, maybe except from Atlantis. But the thing is, by truly seeing what we human beings are capable of unfolding and becoming, by truly looking up to some of the greatest teachers, some of the most sublime heroes, some of that also was human, by the way. They made mistakes, they made errors, but they overcame them by not being afraid of making amends and transform. That is the hero's journey. The character arc, the curve, the learning. Everyone has that. And by grabbing a hold of it consciously, by participating in spiritual work and in your inner being, you become more alive. And this life wants to you want to give it to others. You want to share it with others. And want to see others flourish. You want to see this world again build itself up to its new destination. Not constantly ripped down, because that is what happens now. There is nothing to hold on to, and the so-called evolution, the physical evolution, is the animalistic evolution. The animals is the only beings on this planet and the plant and the minerals that follows along on outer evolution. We human beings have inner evolution. We unfold our soul spirit and our consciousness faculties. By you actively and consciously grabbing a hold of it today, you evolve and unfold your love, care, harmony, beauty, amazement, wonder, care, nurture, warmth, you name it, everything that has to do with that feeling. I'm only going to call it that feeling. Or maybe we should cultivate egotism. I don't care about what others has to say or what happens to others as long as I get mine. Do you feel that feeling? Don't go there. Everyone has a certain amount of this kind of egocentricity. By actually wanting to share instead, by truly being inclusive, by being warm, as I said, but still being individual. Being individual, but also being everything around you consciously. You are in your center, experiencing everything. You do not lose yourself in outside, and you do not become tucked in and shut in yourself. You do share and have that balance between not getting crushed by the world, not losing yourself away from the world. Because if you go on the whim of everyone else and everything outside you, you are being crushed by the world. If you only follow along with your own inner egotism and your own inner everything and only what I want, and can't go outside your own being to step in another person's shoes, that is losing yourself to the world. So it is a balance between being you as a wonderful, unique tone spreading out through the world, participating, and, well, building results and consequences that we can come back to later in later lives. I want to be part of this Earth evolution. I truly wish to participate here. I don't want to go run away and end up in a realm you do not wish to end up in. We are part and parcel of this Earth evolution. We have been here. We are the oldest beings here. We have been here since before the physical form, and we have participated in creating this through karma, through everything. We don't come from outside. We have always been here in this solar system, working, and before our solar system we came from more sublime heights, of course. But we can't comprehend that because that was before the physical form, before time. When you sit within yourself, meditating with your eyes closed, you are in the present, you kind of lose the sense of time. It's the same principle before physical forms. Which is why it is hard to describe before we, started with the Genesis and so on. We have come from further before that, but let's leave that behind. By truly participating and doing the whole hierarchy is doing, by they sacrificing their time and substance, and they form this and we form this and we participate, and I want to see good and I wish to see others also cultivate and have fun with this. And that is why I do what I do and share my inner joy and my inner warmth with you and try to make you a little enthusiastic. I do not try to condemn anything. I do not try to judge anything, but I see that many of the things we are now going through, we have allowed, and it is not freedom anymore. It feels like we are forced to just staying in this weird box we're in, when you truly can just open that door and go outside and say, hey, it is far too crammy in there. It is sweaty, crammy, and everyone just run around crazy. I go outside and observe a little instead. See where other paths take me that actually is in tune with this world, with this earth, with this evolution we have. And the beauty of it is never an end. It is countless, so much deep wisdom knowledge to the human being and to the divine. And to then again awaken it, find out where they are, find out where they work. Try to be inclusive and participating in everything around us, without turning around to ourselves and judging and commenting on things that comes from our own pains and our shadows. It does happen. No need to beat yourself up about it. You feel that frustration of yourself, observing yourself do this, and then you can actually work upon it by acknowledging it. We all have our things, and the more we beat ourselves up and feel ashamed about it, the more we tuck it away and try to hide it, and it is not a part of us anymore. It becomes more the best way you can describe it becomes a will impulse in your inner subconscious, in a sense. Which is why we need to acknowledge all of us in honesty. By doing so, you can grow to a more helpful and uplifting, warm human being. Pride is something that comes a whole lot in the way. I know best, I know my bottom. That is okay. But what health does that bring? Where does it lead you? What results do you get from those choices of yours, from behind those beliefs? What do you wish to complete? What do you wish to accomplish with it? Is it something you have picked up just to feel included? Is it something that truly has to do with Earth and human evolution? Or is it just something that has been put upon you and you haven't truly thought about it? Many of these things has to be really reflected upon and truly be grabbed a hold of to find out what is this little mystery. So, thank you for being you. You beautiful tone, you beautiful, unique human being, you. You're so amazing. I am. Only you can say I am and feel from within you, your center, I. You can never hear I from outside and that relates to you. But the I inside you. I'm just pointing towards your center here. Be aware of that and don't lose it. Once you lose yourself in every other pictures or where things come from, or that is where you fall into an abyss that might be very confusing. By taking everything that comes from your soul, from your inner being, which is why I free speak, which is why I improvise in a sense. I grab a hold of a sentence and then I speak about it, see what comes. Based on what I study and what I grow and what I become understanding of. And of course, I am not super precise and I can't always put into super detailed structuring of many of these things because that would require me to write down and then systematize things. But spirit can truly be schematicized like that. And they are shaping, changing, forming, transforming, just like our inner soul being. So, you do you, and you be you, and you love you and me and everyone, and be inclusive and warm and healthy. May your health and your prosperity fall to you and may you be guided. I love you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.